So you would think that I would be happy with having just 3 cars. I had to take on a fourth. What am I doing to myself? So what's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's installment of Mike's Vehicle Vlogs. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. It is raining, and I'm not going to make this portion of the video all that long, for that fact. But anyway, yes, I have acquired another project car, and this thing has made an appearance on the channel once before. We've done some work to it, and now it's mine. I don't know what I'm doing to myself here. I mean, 4 cars. That's it. There's no more room in the driveway. I'm done. I can't. I don't know what I'm thinking. Like, seriously. If the 4th car is here, now a car has to stay on the street to juggle these things around. But you know what? It's okay. We'll manage. We'll manage. Either that or I'm just turning into Tyler Hoover. Well, I wish I was Tyler Hoover. At least I'd have more room to keep all the cars that I have. But no, that's not happening. So I'm not Tyler Hoover. But seriously though, all jokes aside, I love Hoovie's Garage. And I absolutely love the newest addition to what now I could probably really call a fleet of vehicles, because I didn't know if 3 cars would consider to be a fleet, but now I got 4. So is it now an official fleet? Maybe? I don't know, but as of right now, the newest lineup of cars that we have consist of the 2015 Ford Fusion S, the 2003 Pontiac Grand Am GT Coupe, the 2015 Ford Fiesta SE, and now the 2006 Saab 9.3 2.0T. I'm excited for so many reasons with this one. It's technically like the first foreign car that I've ever had, even though it was under GM's ownership. Saab was under GM's ownership during the time that this particular 9.3 was in production, and it shares the same platform at the time of the Chevy Malibu and the Pontiac G6 was under during this time period. So it's still a GM in a way, but it's really not when it comes to a lot of other things with the cars. So there's a lot for me to learn about this particular vehicle, and it may actually take some time for me to get used to a few things on it. So that is why, one of the reasons why today I'm not really going to go and do a whole tour of this car. I'm probably going to save that for the next vlog. I have only had this thing for just a couple days at this point, and there's still a lot for me to kind of get used to, and I really want to, when I do a tour, I really want to know more about this thing before we actually do it. But this is the same one that we did the valve cover gasket on earlier this year. It was during the summertime, so I know it's already got a valve cover gasket that was replaced, and had to do a couple of other things. We did an oil change on it. I had to we added a little bit of coolant to it. I didn't document it, but later on in time, we did an air filter, and well, the hood latch is broken, so I had to rig up a way to open the hood the last time it was here also. So that's one thing, obviously, that I got to get done to it. One of the first things I hope to do is get the hood latch cable replaced. But that's really, we're not really going to talk about all of that today. I'm going to tell you exactly why I have this car now and what I plan to do with it, I guess. So this car belonged to my sister. Well, my stepsister. My actual sister still has her car, but just to clarify, my stepsister is my sister to me. So it was my sister's, and she is moving to Colorado, and it's kind of funny how I really wasn't expecting this to happen, to be honest with you. So a few months ago, she had actually called me, and she told me, she was planning on moving to Colorado within later next year in 2022. So I said, that's cool. And then she asked me if, I would be interested in buying the Saab off of her when the time comes. And to which I said, well, yeah, I'm definitely interested in this car. I've always liked this car. This is the color and some of the, the effects that she had put on it herself. This is just, it's a sweet car. And I've never had one of these. I've always liked these 9.3s. Never thought I'd have the opportunity to own one. So I said, yeah, I would love to buy it, but I'd have to see where I am financially when it comes time for you to move. Because, obviously, well, there are others. So I wasn't sure, where we're going to stand when the time comes. I'm going to go in the car and finish telling the story because I'm getting soaked. So I said, yeah, I'm interested, but let me know, when it comes time for you to get closer to moving, and, we'll go from there. Because I just want to make sure I'd be able to, make it happen. So that was the first conversation. So in a way, I kind of had a feeling that, when the time came, I was probably going to try to buy this anyway. I would have tried to make something work. So I had already had that in my mind, that there was a chance that I was going to end up with this Saab. But about a month ago, she called me back, and she said, change of plans. She's actually leaving, or planning on moving to Colorado by the end of this year. Actually, in the beginning of December, which is about a week away now. So, yeah, she said she's leaving sooner, and she asked me if I was still wanting the Saab, and I said, well, now that you're leaving sooner, I know right now is not a good time for me to buy this car. I don't have the money. I have other things that I got to start taking care of. The student loans are coming in now at the end of January, so I got to start preparing for that. And then she kind of dropped the bomb on me. She said that she didn't want to sell it to me. She just wanted me to have it. She wanted to give it to me. And right away, I was just kind of like, I can't let you do that. I can't take this car for nothing. You could sell it to somebody else and actually, get something good for it. Because I didn't feel right taking it for nothing. But she strongly insisted that I just take it anyway. If I really want it, I could just have it. And because, this car actually meant a lot to her. And as you'll see here in, this vlog, I actually sat down, with her the day that we decided to, switch the titles over. And, just the day that I got the car, she was here. And, I basically just asked her questions about the car, just so that way she can kind of tell you guys about, this thing from her standpoint and what she's done to it. And, a few of the things that she knows that we need to fix on it. But yeah, so I mean, she decided to give it to me because this car means a lot to her. She's had it for a few years now, and she just was really attached to this car, and she loved this car, and she really didn't want to see it go to somebody who was going to, like, blow it up, or just do other stupid things to it. So she wanted to see it go to someone like me, who is gonna try his best to keep it running, keep it maintained well. And obviously we're not going to do anything stupid to it performance-wise. So she felt better that I had it anyway. And she also said that's one less thing she's got to worry about before she moves, because then she won't have to worry about, her trying to sell it before she can leave, So yes, I got a Saab 9.3 for nothing. And I still feel funny taking it for nothing. But I am also very grateful that she, has decided to give it to me. Not just so the car can stay, stay well, I guess, She knows it's in good hands, but she also can still see, what we're doing with it and stuff, like through these videos. And, when I talk to her and stuff, she'll probably ask how it's doing, and it makes her feel good to know that it's just, it's still here where she knows it's good. So yeah, we got a Saab, and like I said, I am very excited. I don't really want to give too much away with the car, but I mean, like I said, it's basically built off of the same GM platform that they used for the Chevy Malibu and the Pontiac G6, and I think the Saturn Aura at the time was still in production. So I mean, there's that car, this platform was, even though there's a whole lot of things in here that aren't GM electronics, it's just the same platform because it was still under GM's ownership at the time, before GM sold Saab, I believe in 2009 or 2010, when GM went through their whole bankruptcy thing. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot for me to kind of get used to with this car. I'm still, trying to dig down to see other things that we may have to take care of, other than the things that she knew about. And like I said, we're going to save all that for the next vlog. So, that's when I'll do the tour. I'll kind of show you guys around more. This car does have everything with it, though. It's got the owner's manual. It has some really awesome Saab literature that you'll see a quick peek of. It's got service records even, so at least, we can see some of the stuff that was taken care of over the years. And it even has the original window sticker, which obviously says a whole lot about this car in general. So we will dig more into that in the next vlog when we take our full tour of this thing. But right now, let's take a trip back to just a few days ago when we, signed everything over to me, and we'll talk to Megan and get her side of, what this car has meant to her, and a little bit of the background of what she's done to it over, the last few years. So the plan to film this part of the video was going to be all outside, but it's freezing. So we're gonna start in here. So guys, this is Megan. She's my sister. I consider her my sister. I'm gonna have her kind of show us around the car, since I'm getting it from her. We're gonna ask her just a few questions about the car while we get warm, and then maybe we'll step outside and whatnot. But so basically, you're moving,
right?
And you didn't want to take this with you.
Correct.
Now everybody's gonna wonder why you're just giving it to me.
Right.
Why are you giving it to me?
Well, it's actually very special to me, because usually how I let out my frustrations, or if I'm having a bad day, I go out for a drive, and this has been the source of comfort for me for a little over 2 years now, and I didn't feel right just giving it to some random person and having them not take care of it or whatever. And with Mike here being a newer mechanic, and this being a kind of a rare car, I figured it would be a really cool thing to work on and learn from, and the fact that I know he's going to take care of it, and I'll be able to see it more often than not.
And I really still feel weird taking it. I really do. But at the same time, I am also very. I want to thank you for trusting me with handling this, taking care of this as you make the big move.
Right.
And we're gonna do what we can to keep it on the road as long as we can. Now it does have some things here and there that need to be done. What do you know of?
So obviously I told you about the struts. The one side, I think the left side is leaking a little bit, and the right side is actually broken, from what I heard the mechanics say. Obviously the hood latch doesn't work. We had to kind of rig that up. A little bit of leaks here and there. We fixed the oil leak. The radiator is going to need a new radiator. It's got a little hole in there. There's a coil for the AC that needs replaced.
Okay.
I think. It runs and everything, but it's not really cold. Little electrical issues here and there. Like you'll see everything electric that goes off and goes wrong on this will go into the SID. It'll give you a little alert.
Right.
So it'll say passenger light failure, little things like that, and it will actually tell you most things that are wrong with, like, if there's something. It'll usually tell you, like, if there's like a misfire. Even sometimes I think I've gotten on there before. It does have a little. We found the misfire.
Yeah, we put the Altel on it, and there were a few history codes here and there that kind of showed up. So I do think anything electrical or anything in that sense that goes wrong, I'll be able to use the Altel to scan it. Like there was a code for the heated seats up here not working, so at least I know that that's a thing that maybe we're going to tackle in time. So yeah, they do turn on.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. So, I mean, the icon comes up, so I wonder if they'll actually get warm or not. But there was a code for it.
This car's wacky. It does throw some random stuff. And usually with the brake lights and stuff, all you have to do is pat on the thing, unfortunately, and it'll go away. It'll start working again.
Now the headlight, you have like LEDs or something up there?
Yes.
Okay. That could also maybe be a reason for maybe some of the light codes. The seat's getting warm.
Yeah.
They work. Why is there?
I don't know.
Why was there a code for
this
it?
This one doesn't feel very warm.
Yeah, this one's
one's warm.
It's getting warm.
Weird. I don't know. It might be this one maybe, because I don't know if this one's getting warm.
Huh.
I don't think so. Maybe that's what it is. This one.
Maybe.
Weird.
I don't think it's specified when I seen it.
Of course not.
But
That doesn't make it that easy, no.
we'll probably throw it back on at some point in time anyway and revisit everything with the Altel. But this one seems to be working, so.
Oh, that's all that counts.
Yeah,
I'm trying to bring a blanket.
right.
Shoot.
As far as the radiator, now has it ever overheated or anything?
Never.
Never?
No, it's not. It's a tiny little leak in there. It's not real bad.
Okay. So that'll probably be a springtime thing also. Just keep cooling it. If it's not overheating or losing a whole lot of pressure to keep it, from overheating, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, plus it, us going into winter, obviously.
Oh, it'll be happy for the winter.
Yeah, it'll be
for
fine.
Sure. That's never given me any problems as far as that is.
A lot of my subscribers and people who watch this, who've watched these videos for a long time, know that I need my CD player, and
Wow.
this guy doesn't work. There's a CD stuck in it,
does.
she says. Oh yeah.
It's just the plastic clips, I guess. It's a common issue that they break off, of course.
Right. But the nice thing is there is an alternative. We do have an aux cord in there with an outlet, so we don't have to get stuck listening to just the radio. But you guys know eventually, we'll probably go to the junkyard and pull one, or I'll take this one apart and try to rebuild it. Like, that's like almost like a running joke with all of the project cars on the channel. The Aztec, I had to replace the disc drive in it twice, I think, and it was the 6th disc. So the first time, the one that came with the car didn't work, I pulled another one from the junkyard, and it lasted for a while, and then one of the clips in that thing broke, so all the 6 CDs got stuck in there, and then I had to go find another one. And then the Grand Am, it had a non-working CD player.
Oh, of course.
I ended up buying a whole unit off eBay, which is still working so far. So that's almost like a joke with me and CD players. Everybody's like, why don't you just not use a CD player now? They're outdated. Well,
It's still nice to have.
It is, you know.
Physical copy of stuff.
you guys don't know how many CDs I have. I mean, that's my whole life. People collect things. Obviously, I collect cars, but I also collect CDs since the time I was like 8. Yes. You've done modifications to the car.
Mostly cosmetic, yeah.
Cosmetic stuff, yes. Do you want to show us real quick what you've done? It could be quick because I know it's cold outside, and then we can jump back in here.
Sure. I mean, obviously, it's like I said, it's mostly cosmetic. I put eyelids on there to make it look kind of sassy. They didn't have fog lights at first. These are added, so I don't be surprised if you got a code for those. I added the switch and everything.
Okay.
Got a nice little pinstripe on there.
I love that stripe.
That looks nice. I hate it without it. It looks really nice.
Like everything that, you know, this, with the exception of like this, like
Right.
I thought this stripe was factory.
Yeah.
Nice. The wheels. Oh, you did that, the sides too?
I did the pinstripe on the side.
Oh, see,
The wheels.
I would have thought maybe that was factory, but she did the wheels. Obviously, the tint was added.
Naturally, I had to add a little ricer spoiler because I thought it looked naked.
See, now again, I thought that this would have been factory.
I just don't like cars without spoilers, and I can't like afford like a big one.
Yeah, the big ones are stupid. Something like this on this type of car. Yeah, this goes really well with the curvature of like the end of the hood and stuff.
And of course, we did the muffler.
Yeah.
Well, the whole exhaust is actually replaced with, I think it's called catback exhaust by DNA Monitoring,
Okay.
which was really nice up to the muffler, and then we had to replace the muffler, so that's from a local shop here.
Okay.
And then put a sub in here. Sub's kind of old, but this is from Scar Audio. That part's been excellent, but this is probably a 10-year-old sub.
It
And
looks kind of old.
my car killed it within like a couple of months. But that's all new there.
This is different from a lot of the car. Like everything that I have, I've tried to keep stock. So this is a whole different ball game. I'm actually getting something that has some added accessories and.
We'll try to make it a little sportier because it reminds me of a grandma car a little bit. So I had to make it look like, hey, I'm not someone, you know.
Right.
That's it. All that I added aside from the little skull thing.
Oh, the decal.
I think that's it. I'm trying to think.
The badging, which
Oh,
I
the badges
mentioned.
I did.
I thought the badging was, stock also,
I
with
did
it being
that.
black, but she put
I did
the.
this too.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah, that's got plastic dip on it. I like the matte black a lot.
It's a good looking car, man.
Yeah, aside from the rust, I wish if the mountains weren't so hard on like low to the ground cars, this thing would have been coming with me. But
Yeah, she's going out to Colorado. We didn't really specify that, so yeah, Colorado. She's gonna try to get something a little more versatile anyway.
the mountains will kill this thing. It'll be a snowplow. Like I've talked to other people who had Saabs, and their front end basically acts like a snowplow. It ends up just going.
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah.
You get feet upon feet of snow out there,
Right.
which kind of sucks.
But I mean, seriously, overall, like you said, there's a little bit of rusting around the back wheels,
Yeah.
which you said was replaced, but probably wasn't done 100% correctly. That's not even that big a deal, though. I mean,
Well, it's a quickie fix.
and it's probably something I hope in time I'll be able to actually attack that again and send it to somebody, and we'll keep it, because the rest of this car is like in fantastic condition for the most part. It is. Even underneath, like I honestly, guys, I don't know what the very back looks like, but the one time that we had it here and we did the valve cover replacement, the front, you had the front cradle replaced.
Yes.
So yeah, that's that's why it looks so good. I mean, it looked like there was barely anything resting. The support looked good. It was replaced. The back, you know, much like this thing. Hopefully it's not as bad as this thing, because we've seen what the underside of this thing looks like, unfortunately. But no, I mean, this car is obviously newer, more mileage, but I mean, it really doesn't show. It does not show. Okay, so to your knowledge, you are the what, second or third owner?
I think I'm the third owner, technically. I think. Pretty
Okay,
sure.
and so that would make me like the fourth. And the did your seat get warm?
A little bit. It might be this one. It's a little. Actually, it did get warm.
Did it? Because this
Yeah.
one's like really nice. Okay,
Weird.
not to break topic. Okay, so but you this car basically has all the service records. I've never had a car in a long time that actually had service records from like the first owner. This thing here, I'll probably show this again later. This thing is awesome. I really was not expecting this car to have all this stuff. Here's one of the keys, if you want to show us. I think that's so cool.
Oh, it's right here. It's just got its books.
It's got like these books about Saab.
There's a little business born from jets. Card. And it's got just the booklet for it. I think it's the dealer booklet, isn't it?
Oh, that's just so cool. Like, I can't wait to actually look into that.
It's got really cool stuff. I dig it.
But you can just tell with this stuff here and the service records that I think are in the manual portfolio. Like, you can just tell that somebody really cared about this car for the majority of its life. And then obviously you too. Like, this car seemed like it's been...
It has been loved.
Yes.
Where's the service record? Somewhere. Where the heck did I put that service record? It might be in the other one. It's got all of it. That's so cool. It's just so nifty. I really wish it came with a soft pen. Here it is.
The pen probably dried out or something.
Probably.
And then I have the window sticker. I have it in my car because I had to call and get the insurance taken care of, so I needed the VIN. But it does have the original window sticker with it. Brand new. This was a $30,000 car, I think, if I'm
Yep.
not mistaken. Yeah.
There's all of its like
Look at
mileage
this.
stuff.
All this stuff is here.
It's got spark plugs, a drive belt, service, brake fluid. Something called the Swedish Solution in Orange Village. And then of course this is all blank.
It stopped, but the last mileage on it was 143, 102, and it's at 194 right now, almost 195. So that's a good chunk of history on this car right there. Like, I'm gonna have to get a Carfax report, and it'll probably pull up a lot more
That'd be so cool.
if these, you know, the original owner, you know, really took it to like dealerships and stuff for service. I don't know, it's just awesome. The original floor mats, I love that.
Oh, yeah. They're in decent shape too. That one's a little funky.
The driver's side always is.
Take a vacuum to it, and like a scrubber, and it'll be nice.
All right, so I think I'm going to wrap up this segment of the video. Is there anything else that you want to add in closing?
Just if you ever have the opportunity to get a Saab, I 100% suggest it. It's a great car. It's probably the best car I've ever had. And I've had like a Lero, a couple Cavaliers, and I would still choose this car over all of them. It's a really nice car. It's really comfy.
They're so unique. Like, they're just unique, and like I've always been interested in these cars. I've made a few vlogs about the Saabs before. I remember there was one, I think it was a later model one, the old dealership that I worked at, and they it was a car that we had for sale, and I videoed it because it was the first time that I ever really got to be in a Saab.
That's cool. I'll have to look that up.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
it was like a 07 or 08 or something. It was a 9.3, and I think it had, you know, the same engine this did, but like it had the updated dash with the generic GM look.
Did it have like the facelift on it, or was it like my?
I think it did have the
So
facelift.
that's probably like the. Oh, I think that's the 08. I think.
08,
I'm pretty
09,
sure.
something. It was newer, and I think it had over 100 and some thousand miles too. But
Yeah, these things go.
so yeah, I mean, I just I've always been fascinated. I didn't think I'd ever have the opportunity to get one, let alone at no cost, which I still feel really weird about. But again, you know, thank you. I really do appreciate this, and I know that, you know, this car is also, hopefully it brings new audience to the channel, people who are going to be interested in seeing what we fix on it, or
Absolutely.
what we need to do to it, or, you know. So I mean, I'm just I'm looking forward to new content with it, and just to drive it in general. Like I said, I'll probably be driving it nonstop for the next few days to get a feel for it. Give the other 2 cars a rest. It's going to be really fun trying to juggle 4 cars in this driveway, though.
Oh yeah.
I did not think I was ever going to have 4 cars, because people are probably wondering if I'm getting rid of the Grand Am. I am not.
Nope.
We're going to try to hold on to that sucker as long as we can. But I know it's not going to last forever. I've said it a million times in these videos. The body rot underneath is probably what's going to send that car to its grave. But mechanically, that thing is still running like a champ. So, I don't know. Megan, thank you.
Of
Thank
course.
you for, and not just for the car, but for, you know, giving us your personal insight on the vehicle.
Sure.
And I guess that's it. We're going to wrap this up.
Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up this vlog for today. Stay tuned to the next vlog where we will dig into a full tour of this 06 Saab 9.3, and I'll tell you more about it, and our journey begins. So we'll see what we got to do with it, and hopefully we get a lot of not only, you know, content for the channel obviously, but hopefully I myself will get a lot of good use and good times out of this car, because it's an awesome car. I've only had it for a few days and I love driving it, so I can't wait to share the rest of it with you guys. But that's going to be it for today. So if you did enjoy this vlog, and if you're looking forward to more Saab content, give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, check out teespring.com/stores/Mike's Vehicle Spotlight for all of your MVS and vlog merchandise. And that is all that I have for today. So I will see you guys next time. I want to thank you so much for watching. Take care.